This is 5 Minutes with Mike, our news, our voice, and our opinion. With your host, Michael Beckford. Now stop, listen, and pay attention for 5 Minutes with Mike.
Welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Mike. I am your host, Michael Beckford, and in today's topic, we're going to be talking about the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson claps back, okay? He claps back against this particular quote-unquote fan on Twitter. But before we get into that, this episode of 5 Minutes with Mike is sponsored by Let's Get Published. Over 80% of people of the world believe that they have a book to write, but only a few people actually get a chance to publish their book. With our Let's Get Published course, it takes away the guessing game when it comes down to the publishing industry and helps you as a future published author to understand how to self-publish your book and become a bestseller. This course is written and instructed by me, Michael Beckford, and you get it now below by following the link. So stop procrastinating about writing a book and let's get published. All right, guys. Welcome to the show. I'm glad that you are listening or watching here on YouTube. I'm excited about today's episode because, Lamar Jackson, he didn't mince words in this particular tweet. On this past Sunday, the Baltimore Ravens starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson, he was not feeling good after a terrible loss to a terrible team, by the way, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, of course, if you all are watching, you're a fan of the NFL like myself, you know that any given day, somebody can get it, right? Somebody can win no matter how bad a team is. And so, there's also already been a few upset losses this particular year. One, I'm thinking about the one that came with the Philadelphia Eagles, who I thought they were going undefeated. But anyway, I must give a disclaimer, and only because of this. I am a huge Lamar Jackson fan. And being that I'm a Lamar Jackson fan, I am also a fan of the Baltimore Ravens because obviously I want to see him become successful. So if I want to see him become successful, then ultimately it's going to have to be a team effort with the Baltimore Ravens. And I've been a fan of his since his college days at Louisville. And it also helps, because of the fact that he's from South Florida like myself. So naturally, I'm going to cheer this brother on no matter what. For real, no matter what. And because of that fact, I also played football as well when I was in high school. I didn't play college, and I definitely didn't play professional. But I understand the grind that it takes both physically and importantly, most importantly, mentally, to play the game of football, to get out there, to get in that 90, 100-degree heat. Those days are crazy. Having these, heavy shoulder pads on, a helmet, getting hit, busted up. I played linebacker, by the way, so I wasn't usually getting hit too much, except by those offensive linemen that have come running like a bat out of hell, essentially. But either way, what I'm saying is I understand what it took all the way from Pop Warner to high school football. Now, did I play college? No. Did I play professional? No. So I don't understand to that level, but I at least visited the football field to get at least a glimpse of what Lamar Jackson is saying and why he reacted the way he did. Why he essentially clapped back at this particular person as well. So, when you're getting off the field and there's a team that you have beat, it's going to make you feel a certain type of way as an athlete. And so our dear brother Lamar Jackson, he got on Twitter, clapped back at this particular fan. And, the basic thing is the fan, paraphrasing, by the way, basically said Lamar Jackson is worthless, doesn't deserve to be paid the money he's asking for, and should invest that money into a whole nother team, essentially. How would you feel if someone said something like that to you? Of course, I was paraphrasing what the fan said, but that's essentially what he said. Lamar Jackson should basically go ghost, and the $200 million that Lamar Jackson is asking for, the Baltimore Ravens management, i.e. ownership, should invest in a whole nother team. Okay, that's what he said. Now, on to the next segment. And imagine having a bad day. I'm going to take you down this road. Imagine having a bad day. Imagine you having a bad day from school, from work, whatever it is that you do in life. And someone makes a comment that surely bores your blood. What would be your reaction? You see, the thing about the NFL and all professional sports entertainment, every single day, every time you get on that field on whether it's Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Sunday afternoon, get on that grind, everybody, millions of people are watching and judging you, essentially judging your job. Everybody, including myself now, becomes a Monday morning quarterback. Everyone has something to say about your job performance, no matter how good, bad, or in between it is. Now, I watched the game. Lamar Jackson did have a few moments. I'm talking about the recent game with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He did have a few moments. We could have been better in some instances. But you have to think about the game in its totality. Baltimore, since last season, and maybe even the season before that, but specifically last season, has been cursed by injuries. Cursed. And this season has been no different. They don't really have any star wide receivers to be able to go for the deep ball right now. Players are injured left and right. And you never know who's going to be there. And ultimately, the starting quarterback, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, has literally had to take the team on his shoulders, whether through his running threat or, of course, his passing in the air. So you tell me how much money he deserves. And although he had a few mistakes or bad reads in the game, overall, he actually had a pretty good game. No interceptions, a touchdown, ran quite a bit, thrown pretty good. He had a pretty good game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And at the end, it was Baltimore's defense that I would say needs to take the blame for this loss. And just as I thought that the defense was becoming a powerhouse for what they did last week and the previous week against the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers before that, they disappointed again. And especially in the fourth quarter. Now, the last point, just pay the man. Just pay the man. So here's the tweet I'm going to read or paraphrase in a bit. Here's a tweet that the supposed fan said about Lamar Jackson. I'm actually not paraphrasing this one. Here's what he said. When someone is asking for over $200 million guaranteed like Lamar Jackson, games like this should not come to @Justin Tucker. Let Lamar walk and spend that money on a well-rounded team. Now, here's Lamar Jackson's response, which was a once deleted tweet. And I will paraphrase this because he said quite a bit in this particular statement. Boy, STFU. Y'all be capping too much on this app. MF never smelt the football field. Never did but eat penis. Now, as
clowning you at work today, man. So what? I saw the tape. We kept rewinding it. Kind of looked like you were here, but you can't really tell from the back.
How your eye?
Oh, it's cool.
Damn! What your glasses?
As I said, I paraphrased a few of the items out of this. I didn't say his exact words that Mr. Jackson said, but you will be able to see this if you're watching on YouTube. The actual tweet that he tweeted at one. Now, of course, got deleted. So you can actually understand everything. But pretty much, even while paraphrasing, you kind of get the context of what he said in regards to this now deleted tweet. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, the Baltimore Ravens need to pay the man. He's obviously frustrated. He's thrown hints in regards to his worth. And to be quite honest, of what he is expected to do for the Baltimore Ravens and what he has done, he has exceeded those expectations. Now, as an MVP quarterback, he does need to get them further through the playoffs and maybe even to the AFC Championship game. But I'll be blind to say that he's going to be able to get there without a strong, healthy Baltimore Ravens team. It's been a constant struggle for him to have good running backs that are healthy. And as stated before, the defense secondary, i.e. cornerbacks and safeties, have been hot trash at times, especially in the fourth quarter. Do you remember that they happened with them in the Miami Dolphins earlier this season? Exactly. Now, we're going to transition to Black Facts. Did you know that Muhammad Ali, born Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr., is widely recognized as one of the most significant athletes of the 20th century and the greatest boxer of all time? He was nicknamed the GOAT for his athletic feats, and also Ali didn't shy away from fighting for racial justice in America outside of the ring. Though best remembered for his boxing and anti-war activism, Ali was also a talented poet who incorporated his artistic endeavors into his athletic pursuits and later campaigned for rights for those suffering from Parkinson's disease. This was another moment in Black Facts. Now, let's take them to church. Hallelujah. No one player can win or lose a football game. It takes an entire team effort. But based upon what the market says in regards to high caliber quarterbacks like a Lamar Jackson, he is definitely worth his due pay. What that pay should be? Well, I don't know. I'm not the one writing the checks. But I will say this. If he's making less than $40 million a year and does not get at least $180 million guaranteed as a high caliber MVP playing quarterback, then I have to call foul to the Baltimore Ravens. And if you're someone that's been on the fence when it comes down to writing a book, take our Let's Get Published course within a 30-day money-back guarantee. Your book can be the next book that moves the masses in our communities. I'm for real, y'all. Stop procrastinating and let's get published today. Just click the link and please like and hit that subscribe button. I'll definitely appreciate that to help grow this channel. 5 Minutes with Mike is written, produced, and directed by Michael D. Beckford, all rights reserved. Copyright 2018-2022 by Speak Publishing International and a Michael Beckford Media Group LLC production. Thank you for listening and watching.